My wife, she once in a while would struggle with, am I making any kind of a difference? It's like, you have no idea how much of a difference you're making. It's been awesome for me to witness the fact that it's just been awesome for me to witness the fact that my wife has gotten the opportunity to see what kind of a difference she's made. It's pretty cool when your wife's your superhero.
I've always told him too, he's my hero. So it goes both ways. Hi, I'm Gail Hamilton, and this is my husband, Don Hamilton. In that December of 2016, I was diagnosed with this pancreatic cancer, which does not have a cure. Let's put it that way. So I actually had been praying, Lord, what else do you want me to do with my life? I realized my time was short. Most people live about 9 months on average with the chemotherapy. Well, I have just entered my 20th month of chemotherapy. I just wanted to be able to do more, as much as I could before my time was up. We received this call from Brent and Tom, and they started telling us about this ministry in Southern Asia and about these women that they were training to transform their communities and start these small groups, the home churches.
They had just started doing this, and so they were trying to figure out how they're going to raise support to do this. Our daughters kind of always been known as leaders, and folks happen to know us, across the nation.
They said, we just thought about you and your family as possibly a catalyst family to help us with this goal. And so we decided, yeah, let's go for it. And that's how we got involved with these girls. And one of the things that they learn is a skill to be able to make a living. It takes $6,500 to support one girl for 3 years. That gives them a chance to actually become self-supporting with the skill that they've learned or the trade that they've learned. And the other thing they do with that is they teach that to other women in the communities so that they're able to also make a living. And they're learning community transformation, which involves clean water, it involves some medical care, it involves teaching the children and literacy, and they're working with widows and a lot of the outcasts that society does not deal with.
How much did you raise the first go-around total?
We raised $170,000.
In just a year?
Yes. And so we graduated that group, and they're out there in the field working. So what we're doing right now is raising support for another 25. We have 4 daughters. We have 3 biological daughters and one that she calls herself the chosen one because we added her later in life when she was already an adult, so we didn't have to go through any kind of legal proceedings. We're so very proud of them, and they're all leaders in what they do.
We kind of always had a saying in our family, and that's make a difference in somebody's life. And they're all doing it through, leadership qualities, much of which they got from Gail.
Actually, they got a lot from you. Rachel joined us when she was in her later teens, and she'd been through some incredibly horrible, abusive situations for a long time. And she needed a home. She needed a family. She really didn't know what a family was like or a loving family was like. So what she's doing right now is working for a group called Cradle of Hope, and they work with young women who have their babies and don't have a place to go, and trying to get them help and get them on their feet, help them to get employment. That's pretty exciting that she gets to lead in that way and loves it. Being able to be involved in Gail's Girls has made a huge difference for me. Now I'm going to cry. Knowing that the legacy that I will leave is going to be through my daughters, for one thing. They're the original Gail's Girls, but they're just amazing, and I trust that they will carry on and continue to change the world.